Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to SoupaSoka. On screen we have some footage from Chronos 1 actually. This is my warrior, my gnome warrior. This is all world PvP, so it's not any battlegrounds PvP. It is some open world PvP I did pre-60, so before I hit level 60. So you can watch that while we're chatting here today. And so I wanted to do what I call my State of the Channel address, which, I don't know, maybe I'm taking it too seriously, but it's kind of a joke. It's kind of just for fun. Just to give people that are interested in my channel some insight as to what's going on, let them know how things are going with my life a little bit, and just take a step back from all the gaming that I have on the channel. So you probably know, if you've been following my channel, that in August I completed my PhD. I was awarded my PhD, and I've been working on that. It took me 5 years to get that, almost on the dot, 5 years, which is great. So I'm really excited about having that completed. It's I spent a lot of time, invested a lot of mental energy into that. And because of that, because of getting that PhD, my wife and I, we've moved. So in August we started looking, actually really probably July, we started looking for a new place, looking for job opportunities, June, July. And in August found everything, got it set up. In September we moved. We started our jobs in October. So that's obviously just happened the last few weeks here. And that's been taking up a ton of our time. The whole process of applying for jobs, moving out of one city, moving to a new city, finding a place to live, doing job interviews. We each interviewed at 3 places and we got offers from every single place. So, that's really great. Like, we're definitely not complaining about having opportunities, but, with every opportunity means you have to spend a little more time to compare them. So we've been really busy with that, and we're still getting in the groove of our new job. We're getting in the groove of the commute to our new jobs. We recently, we're still arranging things. Even like in our apartment we've moved into, we're still missing some furniture that we want to pick up. So, little things, like not exactly little things, big things, little things, all sorts of stuff we're still figuring out. We got in a car accident and our car was totaled in the process of the move. Someone blew a stop sign and we hit them because they blew a stop sign. We had the right of way. It was low speed. It was like 20 miles per hour. Everyone was okay, thankfully. Which is the most important thing. We were fine. The driver in the other car was okay. No one was hurt. But our car was totaled. It was an older car. Thankfully, the driver pulled over. She was insured. We were insured. Everything was fine as far as that as far as a car accident can go, as good as it can possibly be. But that added even more things to do in our moving, and we had to we lost our car. Obviously, it was totaled, so we had to go get another car. As you can imagine, car shopping can take a while. So we do have a car now. We're set in that regard. And things are starting finally. Feels like it's been like 3 months of this kind of transient phase in our life. We're finally into a point where we're feeling more stabilized. We're dog sitting right now. My in-laws are on vacation, so their dog is with us. Their dog is like 15 years old. She weighs 8 pounds. And she's deaf and blind in like one eye. I think her other eye she can see out of, but it's not as good as it used to be. She needs not 24/7 care by any means, but she definitely needs a lot of care and attention. So that's been taking a little more time up. And I'm not complaining. I love dogs. Like, I'm so happy to have her here. My wife and I really enjoyed having her here, but she's been here for a couple weeks now, and I think we've got her a couple more days before my in-laws are back, and we'll drop her back off. But all these little things just kind of came up, and each of these things is taking a little bit of time away from my YouTube channel, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I really enjoy my YouTube channel. I've always mentioned it's a hobby. It's not my career. I'm not trying to make a living off it. I'm not trying to make a lot of money off of it. I do it because I have fun doing it. But, that means that because it's a hobby, other things, real life things, will have to come first. My job, things with, babysitting the dog, moving, getting a new car, all these things have to take priority, of course. But I'm okay with it. I'm certainly not complaining. I'm very happy with how things are going in my life and with my wife right now. So, with all that said, that's basically what's been going on in kind of my personal life, and that's why things have seemed slower on the channel. Definitely have been slower the last month, almost 2 months. I feel like there's been a couple of periods where I haven't uploaded anything for a week in between, which I really try and get something up at least once a week, just to let people know I'm still going. There's been a few times where it's been, I think, a little bit over a week, which I'm disappointed in myself for that. But, I'm getting, like I said, things are stabilizing, so it's getting a little bit better. In other news, so what's coming up now that you guys know what's going on in my life? Blizzcon 2016, it will be up in a few days. It's like November 4th and 5th, maybe 4th, 5th, and 6th. I forget exactly how many days it runs. That's this coming week. BlizzCon, I'm really excited about. There will not be any legacy server news there, which was the thing I was most hoping for, so I'm a little bummed about that. I have another video up on the channel that'll either I've posted just recently or will post the next day or two discussing my disappointment in that. However, there's still a lot of interesting things there. I like Hearthstone a lot. I've mentioned this many times. Look at my channel, I have Hearthstone videos. Not as many as I do WoW videos. I do have Hearthstone videos. I really like Hearthstone a lot. I think it's a really fun game. I play it on my phone more than anything now. But I have enjoyed it a lot. Heroes of the Storm I like. And in general, I really just like Blizzard. I'm really excited to see what Blizzard is coming up with and see if they have any new games to announce. So I'm excited about BlizzCon. And I'll probably have some videos discussing some BlizzCon news as things come out. Otherwise, I'm going to continue my Chronos 1 content. I'm not going to abandon Chronos. People are saying the server is dying, population is low. The population is lower, absolutely true. It's lower than it was at its peak, but I don't feel like it's too low. I go into Ironforge and I see 70, 80 people just hanging around between the bank and the auction house. When I go into World Chat and look for groups at level 60, there's people looking for groups. I don't really have a lot of trouble finding groups. I was able to do back-to-back, like 3 raids this weekend, 2 Zul'Gurub and Molten Core, all in like a 24-hour span, easily picking up groups for that. I feel like the server is definitely lower population than it used to be, but Chronos 1, to me, is not dead, and I'm still having a lot of fun on it. So I plan to continue playing my level 60 warrior and try to get more level 60 content, like 5-mans and raids, up on the channel. And definitely my dwarf priest, I plan to still level him to 60. So I know I've been leveling that guy for I must have started him in April, and he's like level 44 now, I think, 43. I'm so bad at leveling, I'm so slow, and I apologize for that, but I am having a lot of fun with it. So I still plan to level him, and I would like to try and get more videos of that up every week, and I am not abandoning it, is all I want to say. I'm definitely not abandoning the leveling series. I know a lot of people are really invested in that series and want to see it all the way to the end, and that is the plan. As long as Chronos 1 doesn't die, as long as the server's not shut down, I'm going to keep going. I'm also planning on doing more guides and sort of discussion content. I think it's a little boring when people, I don't personally enjoy watching videos of people talking at the screen for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time. I think it's a little bit boring, and I don't think my opinions are that original or interesting to make lots of discussion videos like that. But I do plan to have a few more discussion videos, especially as we get into BlizzCon, more legacy server stuff. I do think that Horse has been beaten pretty severely by a lot of people on YouTube. I'm not saying their content is bad, but there's just a lot of it. And I have to really come up with something original to say to make it worth making more discussion content. But I will say I want to make more guide videos. The one thing I've been talking about, I've kind of hinted at this a lot. I really want to make a guide about how to group if you're doing a 5-man in vanilla servers, on a vanilla server. I don't know why, but I feel like when I group people in 5-mans, I see so many kind of basic level mistakes that are very easy to fix. And I think it'd be helpful to release a video and just go through, the 101 of grouping, basically. How to use line of sight, what consumables to bring along, how to use raid targets. Really simple things, but a lot of people don't know about these useful and easy to implement tips that could make grouping a lot easier. And I have a lot of other ideas for videos kind of like that. That's the first one that I'm hoping to put out in the next few weeks. I'm still jotting down ideas and recording some things I need to get all the content for it. But I'm planning on releasing more general guides, and I'm trying to make them broad so that they can apply outside of Chronos. I don't want this to be a Chronos guide, like how to take advantage of mineral nodes that spawn too frequently in some obscure zone on Chronos 1. That's too specific. I'd like to make content that is interesting and useful for people that are playing vanilla WoW on any server that is kind of Blizz-like. And hopefully, if Blizzard ever releases their own servers, then it would be useful content for those people that are playing on the live vanilla legacy servers. So I have a lot of ideas for guides. If you have some ideas for those, please comment below. I'm happy to add them to my list. I don't know if I'll get to them, but anything that has, especially people, a lot of people keep posting the same thing, then I'll be happy to kind of try and bump it up my to-do list of videos that I want to make. I still plan on doing some other content like Hearthstone. Like I said, I play Hearthstone on my phone a lot now, so it's a bit harder for me to record it, obviously. But I do play it on my PC once in a while. So I might have a little more Hearthstone content. Not more, but just some Hearthstone content. I haven't done Heroes of the Storm in a long time. A couple people have asked me if I plan to go back, and I'm taking a break from Heroes of the Storm. I found that my time for video gaming has been a little thinner recently, hence why my channel's been a little bit quieter. And because of that, I want to not spread myself too thin. That's actually, for my last State of the Channel address, I think, maybe the first one, I've done 2 of these before. One of them I mentioned doing like a Sunday, every Sunday I was going to play some random game and put like, 1 hour of gameplay up of some obscure game that isn't on my channel yet. And I stopped doing that because, again, it was just spreading me too thin. And what I really enjoy is Vanilla WoW, and I really want to focus on that. So I plan to spend most of my time working on Vanilla WoW content, and with maybe like 10% at most being for other games. Hearthstone probably being the bulk of that at the moment. If you have suggestions for games you'd like me to try out, I'm open to that, but I can't promise that I'm going to get to it anytime soon, but I'd be up for trying them. Finally, I'd like to talk about my upload schedule. So because things have been a little hectic, obviously I've been really bad about consistently uploading recently, and I do want to improve that. So my goal is, I think the upper end is 5 videos per week. I don't ever see myself in the next few months, next half year, getting more than 5 videos per week, especially if these videos are going to be gameplay videos, a lot of them, which are going to be an hour at a time probably, as I usually aim for like 45 minutes to maybe 70 minutes per gameplay video. And on the low end, I'm hoping to get 3 videos a week. So I'm hoping to hit something where I'm getting, about 3 videos a week of gameplay videos plus a discussion video every now and then. So I get somewhere between, 3 to 5 videos a week. That's kind of my goal. And I think 3 videos a week is realistic for me. Something I can be consistent with, not make myself feel like I'm, spending too much time playing video games, but also I enjoy it as a hobby, video editing, putting together ideas and playing games for people. So I think that'll kind of hit a nice balance, getting 3, maybe up to 5 a week. So that's my goal for now. We'll see if I stick to that. I'm definitely intending to. So I don't know. I will say that it's going to vary a little bit on my work schedule. So because I have a new job, I'm still figuring out how my work schedule is going. I'm a scientist. I mean, like, literally, I go into a lab all day and design and conduct experiments. That's what I do literally for a living. I get paid to do experiments. Like, awesome, I love it. But it means my schedule's a little bit weird. It's like some days I have like a 12-hour day. Some days I have like a 6-hour day. Sometimes I come home and work in the evening. Sometimes I get up at like 5:30 in the morning and I'll sit down and work for a couple hours and then go into work. And I'll work at home doing some writing or some reading. So the thing about my job is that, and I'm a postdoctoral researcher, postdoctoral fellow, whatever you want to call it. Post meaning after, doctoral meaning, like a PhD. So it's basically a scientist position. And it's temporary in the sense that it's a contractual. Like I don't plan to do this as a career, as a postdoc. I plan to move on as a professor someday. So, this is something I'll be doing at least for the next year, probably for 2 years, maybe up to 3 years. And then I'll be moving again probably. So the point of this is that there's no upper limit to how much time I can spend working. And the thing about being a postdoc or being a scientist is my wife knows this about when I was in grad school, I could sit at home and work all night, go to bed, get up in the morning, 5:30, start working, have breakfast, shower, go to work, go to my lab, work all day for like maybe 10 hours, come home, have dinner, and then work till bed. And I did that a lot. I'd work on weekends. Like, there were weeks I literally was working more than 80 hours a week. The first year or 2 of grad school, I was working consistently 60 to 80 hours a week every week. And I remember times where I would only take a break. Like, I would be in my lab working for at least a couple hours straight for like 40 or 50 days. Like, there was a period where I didn't take a day off for over 2 months. Like, I was always working. And a few of those days, like, most days would be at least 8-hour days, Monday through Friday. But then the weekends I'd go in for at least a couple hours. So it wasn't like I was working necessarily an 8-hour day. But the point is that in grad school I would work 6 to 8 hours a week, a lot. Towards the end, I actually was able to squish it down to like 40-hour weeks because I had done so much up front. But same thing as a postdoc. I can easily work 80-hour weeks, and that still wouldn't, I'd never finish. There's no end to my workload, which is nice. I like that. I like always knowing there's something I can do. I can never be bored because I'm only limited by my own motivation, which is something that's really inspiring to me, like just knowing that I can work forever. It sounds, I know I sound like a psycho right now. I'm like, I could work forever and I love it. And I don't mean that. Like, there's a lot of things I like to do outside of work. I love spending time with my wife. I love seeing my friends. I love seeing my family. Obviously, I enjoy my YouTube channel. I like sports. I like, a lot of other hobbies I have. But I like the fact that I enjoy my work so much. And because of the nature of the work, I could work forever and never get bored with it and never have downtime unless I want to have downtime. So, sorry, it's a long summary there, but the point of this is basically, I don't know my work schedule yet. I'm still trying to fit into the culture of my new lab, see how people there work and make sure, I'm maintaining kind of their expectations at least, at the minimum. So still figuring it out, but I think what I'm getting a feeling for is that 3 videos a week minimum is going to be very doable for me, especially once we get the last few things around our apartment taken care of and babysitting the dog and other things. But the main point here is I'm definitely not giving up on the YouTube channel, and I'm definitely not giving up on the World of Warcraft. I don't know, when I hear myself talk, I feel like I sound like a super nerd, like just this nerdiest guy ever. But I just really have a lot of fun playing vanilla WoW. Like, I just enjoy it a lot, and I've played it, literally I started playing it when I was, how old was I? I guess I was like 16 or 17, 15 or 16 maybe, when the World of Warcraft launched, and I was playing it from the beta, and I played it for about 4 years straight, quit, I've told the story before, didn't start again until Installers launched, and now I've been playing it ever since again. I just realized I really like vanilla WoW. I find it really fun. I think there's so many things I've never done before. You can watch my leveling series, and there's still times I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I've never done this quest before. And I don't know when, there's going to be some point in the future maybe where I get tired of it, but I'm going on now, I guess I've played it vanilla World of Warcraft, like before the Burning Crusade, for 6 years of my life. And if you count the first 4 plus about another almost 2 now since Nostalrius first came out, about maybe a year and a half. And I'm still not bored with it. I still haven't done everything, so I could see playing another, 5 to 6 years easily. And I don't know. It makes me sound crazy, I think, but I have fun with it, so, there's no harm in that, I guess. I would like to say, a few people have mentioned me on and off about the idea of me starting a Patreon, and patreon.com is the website for this. It's like a GoFundMe for content creators, in a sense. I would like to do that, but I feel like I need to get back in the groove of consistently uploading before I start asking people for money. Like, I just feel like that is shady, just being like, oh yeah, donate money to me, even though I've been like not as active the last couple weeks or last month or 2. So I'm gonna get back into a groove with things before I would commit to that. And if I did that, nothing would change in terms of how I'm releasing content. I'm not gonna paywall anything. I think that's insane. All I would really want... Ooh. Hold on, we got a visitor here. Queenie. This is Queenie. She's hanging out with us for a couple weeks here. She's a really good dog. But she doesn't really like when you touch her face, so I won't touch her face. I want to put her back down now. Anyway, okay, Queenie, you're free. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish the video here, but the point is, I won't start a Patreon until I really commit to something and really get the channel up to par again, and then maybe, but I won't paywall anything. All the content's still going to be released. The only rewards of the Patreon will probably be easier ways for you to communicate your ideas to me and what you would like me to release as videos, and maybe have a little bit more say if you were to subscribe as a Patreon, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it, so I don't really want to, I feel like Patreons are almost punishments to people that have been following me all along if I cut them out of anything, so I don't want to make that the way my Patreon works. Anyway, if you have any thoughts on anything's video, it took a lot longer than I meant for it to be, please let me know. I really appreciate people that have been following the channel, and hopefully we'll stick to a more regular schedule and get more videos for you. So that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.